Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, and today I'm reacting to a DVD extra from the Rise of Skywalker. Comes out on Monday. So opinions about this movie are very divided, but whether you love it, whether you hate it, one thing we can all agree on is the visuals looked great. Alright, it's a badass looking movie. And personally, one of my favorite moments in the entire thing was when the massive Resistance fleet shows up over Exegol, spoiler alert, in the end of the film. And I really wish we'd gotten to spend more time looking at all the individual ships, because there was just so many. Well, it looks like we're finally going to get our chance, because that's what this behind-the-scenes clip is all about, building the fleet. Can't wait. Let's do it!
There's just too many of them.
But there are more of us, Poe. There are more of us.
That moment where they all arrive, Poe looks up and he sees this immense fleet.
It was so cool.
Me of that sort of Dunkirk idea that everyone in the galaxy comes together to try and take down the First Order and the Sith.
The blockade runner will be there, and X-Wings.
Dunkirk is what I thought of too.
We've thrown in just about any ship we could find. We've got the Naboo Starfighter from the Phantom Menace.
Yep.
We've got the Ghost from Rebels. The Star Tours ship, Medical Frigate from Empire Strikes Back. The U-Wing from Rogue One.
Yep.
The Resistance Bomber from Last Jedi. This ship is a Mandalorian ship that goes all the way back to the Clone Wars episodes. 3 of the aces from Star Wars Resistance. You might notice a quad
Kaz,
jumper
Torah,
from Force Awakens. Very similar to the approach that we took with the X-Wing, where we looked at early McQuarrie drawings. We designed a new B-Wing. It's kind of slicker, a little thinner, lighter, but taking inspiration from Joe Johnston.
You paying attention, Battlefront?
A lot of great early B-Wing designs that eventually made it to what you see in Return of the Jedi. We've also upgraded the Y-Wing, the A-Wing. So initially we thought our library was going to be big enough to include all these ships that we were going to need. But we soon realized when JJ said thousands of ships, we needed to go back to the drawing board and design a lot of ships. About
whoa, too fast, too fast.
Ships that we had never seen.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to go back through those. That was awesome. It was short and sweet. They could have given us a little bit more, but yeah, let's check out those ship designs real quick here. Alright, this first one is pretty cool. I wonder how well they can see out of the bridge with that that front nose section right there. Looks like it's kind of in the way of the viewport. But it's cool, and I like that we got this little X-Wing for scale on the side. For some reason, this next one reminds me of like a handheld weapon, like something that the Covenant would use as a blaster in Halo. I think it's this big curved front piece. It's a cool design though. It looks like it's a ship that's been around for a while. It's probably original trilogy in design, just from how rusty and old it is at this point. This one's cool. It reminds me of the Tabana gas haulers that you would see flying around in Bespin and Legends. Also kind of makes me think of the Eravana, which was Han Solo's ship in The Force Awakens, the freighter he had with Chewie. The way the hexagonal crates are stacked on the bottom there is just like in the GR-75 transport ships. That's how they would store their cargo as well. In the 2015 Battlefront, you can really see what I'm talking about. This next one is cool. It's very sleek and streamlined, and it makes me think of a Tau ship from Warhammer 40k, if you're familiar. Or even something Eldar, just the way it has all these nice curves and like fluted ends, and yeah, I like it. It looks like an Old Republic style design. This one is cool. This is a favorite of mine. This is the Guavian Death Gang ship from The Force Awakens. It's been given a new color scheme here. Another ship that looks like a handheld gun. Look at this thing. So the upper section, I guess, is where the crew would be, and this bottom part is just a giant fucking cannon that goes all the way through it. Okay, it's clearly a gunship of some sort, but like, man, interesting design. This one is very cool. It looks like a stockier version of the Carrion Spire, which was Tarkin's ship. It also reminds me of the Imperial Carrack class cruisers, just with like an elongated midsection. Still feels very much in universe, and I like it. This one's badass. This is basically the Outrider, just with a second nacelle stuck on the other side. It's a cool idea. Like, it looks like this weird halfway point between a YT-1300 freighter, which is the Falcon, and a YT-2400, which would be, say, the Outrider, Dash Rendar's ship. Let's call it a YT-1850. This is a Lantillon hauler, is what it says here. Looks like it's a Mon Cal variation to me. Because that kind of bubbly looking nose part. I like it. Yeah, now this is cool. This is a Gozanti cruiser, or like the next generation of Gozanti cruiser. It's a lot more rounded, and we've got these nacelles that come out on the sides, the turbines for the engines there. Still got a little dish. Yeah, I like it. Now this is a Jedi shuttle straight out of the Clone Wars. In the series finale of Star Wars Rebels, Ahsoka arrives on Lothalan. Very similar looking ship to go speak with Sabine. So hopefully we'll be seeing it again in the future. This one is cool. I know that this ship was originally designed to be Enfys Nest's ship, but it didn't make the final cut in Solo. She was only like 15, 16 years old in Solo, so it's kind of cool to think about that she would grow up, get this ship, and then later on, like in her 40s, I guess, join the battle over Exegol. I'm willing to consider that headcanon. That's cool. Now this is an interesting design. It's like you took the shape of an X-wing and just sort of folded it in half and then stuck wings halfway through. Like the bridge is on one end of this fork, and the other end is what? I guess just lasers? But then it has a nice symmetrical engine section. It's a very like atypical, asymmetrical design, but you know, I kind of like it. It makes sense that, you know, these aren't just ships being designed by people with human brains. Like, you know, I mean, breaking the fourth wall, they are. Everything is. This is a human-made show. But in universe, aliens are designing these with their own alien ways of thinking and alien construction methods. And so you're going to get some weird-looking ships. And I'm all about it. That's part of what makes Star Wars beautiful, is the alien diversity. This looks even more like the Outrider, and it's like they're just fucking with the YT design again. Makes sense. I imagine there's like every configuration under the sun for the YT series, Carillion freighters floating around out there. We've got our Mandalorian ship. Badass. I hope these Mandalorian ships show up again, like maybe in the Mandalorian show or somewhere else in the background, because even though these are brand new designs, they're still able to be incorporated retroactively into the past, the shows that take place in periods before the Rise of Skywalker. This Mining Guild freighter is cool. I noticed that it has the front section of the Jedi transport ship from the Phantom Menace, and then it's just combined with like a freighter body. This is a Peltic class frigate. It's a very stereotypical design, fits right in the Star Wars universe. So much so that I feel like I've seen it before. Sullustan cargo freighter, again, a very stereotypical alien design. And the original Star Cruiser from Rogue One, which was called the Profundity. That was Radiss's ship. And they just basically came up with 4 different configurations here and threw them in the background. And you know what? That's fine. It's a little lazy, but hey, you know, 1,000 ships, you're on a deadline, I get it. That was awesome. Like I said, I really hope that in the future we're able to incorporate some of these newly created designs that were in that fleet shot so that they get more than like 2 seconds of life in the universe on screen. Some really, really cool designs there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. Leave me a comment below and tell me which ship in the Star Wars universe is your favorite. If you want to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/KyleKatarn channel. You'll get access to content polls, exclusive videos, full-length reactions, and early access. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.